everyone, and welcome to today's video. I am going to be talking a little bit about what's been going on in my life. This is going to be a very sensitive topic, so I would understand completely if you want to skip today's video and wait for my next one. For the past year, since 2021, I have been struggling with an eating disorder, and I never really thought that I would have an eating disorder because usually I used to love food. Then all of a sudden, my appetite slowly disappeared. I don't know what it was from, but my therapist and my psychiatrist highly believe that it's from stress. My type of anorexia was the restrictive type. Most of the symptoms I noticed over time because in the beginning I didn't really feel the effects until it got worse. So some of the symptoms were loss of appetite, low vitamin D, low thyroid, which is weird because with hyperthyroidism, you actually lose weight. And with hypothyroidism, you do bloat and you gain weight. I did experience bloating. Even if I did eat a meal, I immediately felt full. I always felt really cold and sensitive to the heat. I had a lot of hair fall. My face was so thin and wrinkly on my forehead. I was like, no, I don't want to look old by the time I'm 30. The types of mental health illnesses I dealt with are PTSD. I am getting tested for high-functioning autism, social anxiety, and depression. I was diagnosed with PTSD in the beginning of February, and my psychiatrist believes that most of my problems stem from PTSD. And I did deal with depression when I was younger, mostly because of how I looked and the people who picked on me. And I had a lot of social anxiety because of the depression. Some of the things that really contribute to my mental health illnesses are my parents, school, work, and my friends. My parents and I do not get along at all whatsoever. For example, I have not spoken to my own father in at least 3 months because he told me something that upset me, and he called me all these disgusting and horrible names, and I couldn't forgive him for that. My mom is thankfully really nice to me at times. We do have our ups and downs, but she's always been there for me, so I appreciate her for that. I have so much schoolwork that it causes me a lot of stress, and I do procrastinate, but I still get things done on time because if I don't procrastinate, I will literally argue with myself in my mind, and it's so bad that sometimes I don't listen to anything or anyone, not even myself. And I do have trouble regulating my emotions, and it's hard for me to accept that things are hard and that I need help. I have so much quizzes, exams, and papers to write. This has been a really hard semester for me. I'm not going to lie about that, but I'm trying to pull through because I only have at least 2 more months of school, and I am so thankful that I am trying to do well and keep up with my grades through hard times. So in the summer, work stressed me out a lot because I became a shift leader. And while the promotion really helped me become a better worker, I got even more stressed and my moods were so low that I didn't even want to show up. And me and my boss weren't really that close. I felt like he didn't really like me or anything like that. I felt like nobody did. But literally a few weeks ago, he wanted to get to know me better because we had at least 14 people quit. And I was the one who stayed loyal for the company. And he was like, yeah, he didn't really know me because all we said was hello and we didn't really have any conversations. But once we opened up to each other, I feel like we're doing great. Like, he's been amazing to me and he's just trying to understand me. And that's more than what other bosses have done for me. He was the one who gave me a chance to become a leader, even with a disability, even with a genetic condition. And I will forever be grateful to him. Last but not least, my friends. I feel like I'm very socially awkward, and this is because of the bullying that I endured when I was in middle school and high school, and it really does affect my image of myself to this day. And a lot of people say, like, don't look into the past too much, but when you've been, like, told things so many times by people, it sort of implants into your mind, so you ruminate on them a lot, which is really bad for your mind and soul and body. But sometimes I just really can't help it. Due to these factors, it's really hard for me to make friends, keep and maintain them. I've seen people be friends with me for years, and then they just turn their backs on me as soon as I become vulnerable. This is why I cannot be vulnerable with too many people, because they would just turn their backs and throw me away like trash, when all I've ever done was be there for them. I am someone who does socially isolate themselves. It's very hard for me just to go out in public or speak to somebody and initiate a conversation. I am in therapy and I will start dialectical behavioral therapy soon to help me understand why this happens and to sort of expose me a little bit more to my fears. Some of the medications that I use consistently to alleviate my stress is Vyvanse. I use this for my learning disability rather than my ADHD because it turns out I may not have ADHD. I may have high functioning autism, and I'll explain that separately in another video. Lamictal, which is used for mood problems and bipolar 1 or 2, but it can also be used for depression. And I honestly notice a change. I use trazodone for sleep as well as Ambien. Having anorexia was a wake-up call for me because I didn't realize how much I was hurting myself and my body. The first time I realized I was too skinny was when I went to the beach in the summer, and I noticed a lot of people glance over at me. I asked my mom, like, why they kept staring, and she showed me a picture of myself, and that's when I was shocked. Today I am in recovery. It took me months to go see a dietitian and accept the fact that I did need help. It is a long process, but I believe that I will get there in time. My meal plan my dietitian came up with, it consists of proteins. Because I am vegetarian, I do not have much sources of protein. And I need protein to build muscle and recover my bones. because I do have arthritis from anorexia, and it's been deteriorating on my tissues. I also have to take supplements so that I can get the nutrients that I need to get back on track. Well, guys, that is it for this video. I mean, this is the first time I've ever really truly opened up to you guys about what's been going on in my life and the things that I deal with on a daily basis, but I really do hope that my videos help you, and I hope that you feel like you have somebody to talk to. Thank you all so much for sticking with me to the end. My next video will be on skincare, like you guys always want. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please give this a thumbs up, comment, and hit that subscribe button and the bell notifications to be notified when I upload a video.